Are you ready for the clocks going back on the 27th of October 2019? In this video, we will look at a couple of steps that you can take so you can really prepare your body and your mind for that transition that we normally have to do in Europe in October. Hi there, my name is Beatrix Schmidt from the sleepdeepmethod.com. I'm a sleep coach and speaker, and I help professionals to overcome insomnia and other sleep-related problems. So if you're looking for practical sleep tips and insomnia tips, subscribe to my channel below and I will be able to inform you once I post a new video every single week. Most of the times when this time of the year comes in Europe, people just actually enjoy that extra hour in bed on the Sunday morning once the clocks have actually been changed. But that means that your body has not even a chance of preparing for this slightly new schedule that you'll have to get yourself into straight away on a Monday morning. So in this video, we will look at all those different things that you can do to prepare and then be able to deal with potentially all those challenges that your body needs to deal with as this hour interrupts your normal patterns. So the first thing you can do, and I advise normally my clients to do as well, is really looking at shifting your sleeping pattern a little bit earlier than you're forced to, which means the Saturday evening. What you can do is really looking at preparing ahead of time. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that preparation a lot of the times is what I help my clients to do, because with any change, we need to consciously prepare for. So as the clocks are going back, what I would like you to do is looking at your sleep pattern and looking at shifting the sleep pattern, your sleep pattern a little bit earlier, maybe starting from Thursday, because it's going to allow your body to be able to actually get adjusted a little bit ahead of time, making sure you don't end up with the tiredness when the Monday morning hits and you actually have to get really productive and perform during your days. And this is one of the things that I see with a lot of the clients that I work with who struggle with sleep problems, and then this change of clocks can even disrupt their sleeping pattern further. So get your body prepared ahead of time is the first thing that you can do to make sure that you can have that amount of energy you need during the days. The second thing that you can do to prepare ahead of this clocks changing this weekend is really looking at your eating and drinking habits. I do talk about this quite a bit because our energy levels do link to how we eat and what kind of liquids we consume. And this is not just about the coffee, it's also about perhaps sugary drinks, alcohol, even the amount of water you drink across your entire day, what kind of meals you have. And one of the things I come across it quite often when somebody struggles with their sleep and their energy levels during the day is that they have a really heavy meal, perhaps a dinner, but actually across the rest of the day, they're not actually nourishing their body consistently so that the body can create the energy from the food you're digesting during the entire day from the morning till the evening. So ahead of this weekend and the clocks changing, why don't you take a moment to really think about how well you're actually really truly nourishing your body from your morning, including breakfast, whether or not you even have breakfast or you just maybe grab a coffee and you get going, what kind of lunch you might have. Can you incorporate maybe a snack in the afternoon to help you with that energy dip in the afternoon that most of us are so familiar with? So what I would suggest is take a moment, have a little think about what are your eating and drinking habits and how you can better prepare for this shift in timings this weekend. The next section in the preparation of the clocks changing this weekend is your evening routine. Now, whether or not you have seen any of my previous videos about evening routines and that topic, or this is the first one you have come across with, the evening routine I want you to think about as a preparation, a mental, physical and emotional preparation for you to transition from the daytime to your evening and sleeping time. And a lot of the times when I come across professionals who struggle with sleep problems or insomnia, this evening routine kind of lost its meaning, and it just means that you end up filling your evening or the last part of your evening with either wrapping up the day or sorting out the last thing that you might have or you might need to have. And there is no clear preparation for sleep. And this is something that I see quite often. So ahead of with this change, where you have no choice whether or not you adjust to the time, the world will change, the clocks will change, which means that most of the time, unless you have a completely flexible schedule, you'll have to change pretty much overnight. So how can you create an evening routine that will help you to really properly prepare for your sleep mentally, physically, and emotionally as well? The next thing I wanted to talk to you about when we're looking at this preparation for the clocks changing is really honestly looking at what you fill your morning with. And let's look at the first 30 to 60 minutes of your morning. I come across with so many professionals who cram as much as possible into their mornings, leaving them already a little bit tired the first part of the day. And this is really crucial, especially during this time when you are changing the clock, which means your body is already going to be experiencing a little bit more tiredness in the morning. So what I want you to do is really honestly, hand on heart, look at your morning and what you're filling your morning with. Are you filling it with the right things to be able to help you to last your entire day? Are you actually able to have breakfast? Or are you rushing through the first half an hour of your day because perhaps you had maybe 3 alarm clocks in the morning? This is something that I talk about with clients all the time. If you can declutter your first 30 to 60 minutes in the morning and focus on the things that will help you to actually get going properly, it's going to transform your entire day, especially with this kind of change of clocks scenario when your body is already under a little bit more pressure physically because you might not be getting as much sleep because this different dynamic will interrupt your sleep differently. The last part of this preparation for the clocks changing normally actually happens after we've already changed the clocks. And what I want you to do is not put too much pressure on yourself, because ultimately your body will need time to adjust. And when we put too much pressure on ourselves, we push through all our boundaries. That means that you're going to be more emotional, more tired, probably more snappier for the next sort of week after the clocks are actually changing. So this last part is really just almost giving you permission to not be too hard on yourself when it comes to changing clocks and adjusting to this new routine that you might need to have. And this is again one of the things that I come across a lot when I work with clients with their insomnia is we all want to do really well during the day, but at what point do you give yourself a break to make sure that you're not actually self-punishing yourself or thinking about yourself negatively? And that way, when you go to bed and you think, I haven't really done so well today because of all sorts of different things, if you can just take that out of your evening, that means that you're going to be able to sleep more peacefully at night across the entire year, not just when it comes to this time of the year. Now that we have gone through the major steps that I normally look at, even when I'm changing my sleep ahead of the clocks changing, I want you to pick one of these things that relates to you the most and commit to looking at it in preparation for the clocks changing this weekend. So I would love to know which one you picked. You can use the comment box below and let me know so that I can support you with it, or if you've got any questions, you can ask me about that particular section. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your comments below so we can support each other to get through this time of the year easier. Did you like this video? If you did, give it the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and come back each week when I share yet another video on how you can improve your sleep and even overcome your insomnia as well. And if you can think of a family member or a friend who's also perhaps worried about the clocks changing, or you've been talking to them about it, share it with them as well, because I'm sure that they can incorporate some of those things that I talked about in this video. So thank you very much for watching, and remember, overcoming sleep problems, helping your body to change with the clocks changing, it's going to take time. So give yourself a little bit of time to prepare and have patience when it comes to sleep problems.